We are doing red velvet cake. Essentially, I remember having red velvet cake before, but I don't usually have it all that often, I feel. I just not a big fan of cream cheese. But we're doing red velvet cake. Because I find it pretty dang delicious. Well, I find cake delicious, actually. Alright, we need beet juice. That's gonna give us red color. Then we're gonna need a bowl. Yeah, where's the bowl? There it is. Beet juice, that's gonna be right in there. Mix that up nice and good. And then we need butter. We need eggs. A blender. We need sugar. And we need a bowl. So we're gonna put our butter in there. Gonna put our sugar in there. We gotta blend. We're gonna put egg and another egg and mix that up nice and good. We're gonna take our dry ingredients, wet ingredients. We're gonna need our vanilla extract, buttermilk, white vinegar. We're gonna need baking powder, and we're gonna need a blender. So we're gonna put our dry mix, buttermilk, vanilla. Don't understand why it's in a whiskey bottle like that, but, or not whiskey bottle, but olive oil bottle, kind of like that. Mix it up nice and good. Baking powder. Just put a little bit of that in, and white vinegar. Not sure why we need vinegar for a cake, but I'm not one to judge. Alright, well, we did that. Hold on a moment, I gotta be right back. Alright, we are back. So next we are gonna bake the cake. We have it preheated to 350. We're just gonna shove it in there. Bake for 30 minutes. And there we go. Got the cake done. Next we need to prepare cream frosting. So we need confectioner sugar, we need a blender, we need vanilla, cream cheese, we need butter. We're gonna put all those in there. Gonna put butter in there. We have little cubes. Vanilla. Gonna put confectioner sugar in there, and we're gonna blend that up nice and good until we got our delicious, delicious frosting. There we go. There's our cream cheese frosting. And then we just have to decorate our cake. We're gonna take our cream cheese frosting. We need a plate, a knife, so we can cut the cake, and then butter knife. So we are going to cut individual layers of the cake, and then we're gonna take our cream cheese frosting, spread it on nice and good. Let's do the same for the other layer too. Then we frost the entire cake with our delicious cream cheese frosting right on top like that. And then we have to take red velvet crumbs and in a pastry bag full of cream. Alright, so then we had to put some delicious cream at the top and then the bottom. And then we're gonna put a little heart in the middle. And also a little bit more cream around. And then take the rest of the crumbs and we're gonna fill it up like that. And there you go. That's our red velvet cake. We got 5 stars with 4,250. I think we did pretty good. Alright, so this is rhubarb pie. I have never tried rhubarb before, but I've seen it in a bunch of cooking shows and whatnot. Rhubarb, I know that rhubarb is basically, imagine a celery, but I think it's supposed to be sweeter, I think? That's vegetable shortening, and then we gotta mush that up nice and good with the butter. Boink, boink, boink. Then we take a scoop of ice water. I wasn't even made aware that we had ice water, but alright. Mix that up nice and good. And then we take more ice water. There we go. We're making our pie crust first. Alright, so we're taking a pie dough, and then we're gonna wrap it up like that, and we need to refrigerate it for about 1 hour. So we are gonna mix a rhubarb with strawberries, brown sugar. Okay, so I was right. It is a sweet kind of version of celery. Cinnamon powder. We need salt. Mix that up nice and good. Alright, so now we have to put wrap over it, and then we need to roll it out. That is going to be our pie crust. Whoop. There we go. We need to cut the edges so it fits nicely into our pie. Then we gotta crimp the edges. Or not crimp, but you got me, fork the edges. We're gonna put our nice lattice crust on there. Gonna mix water with eggs so that we can get that nice egg wash on that pie so that way it'll cook properly. We are gonna put it in 400 degrees and for 20 minutes. Now, something I noticed is that pie is kind of frustrating to make. It's because you have to make sure that the crust doesn't sink, the batter doesn't become too liquidy, all that other stuff. So there you go. You got rhubarb pie. You got 5 stars with a score of 4,620. We did pretty darn good. Alright, so this is risotto. I heard about risotto before. In fact, if I remember correctly, I think there was a JoJo character named Risotto. Was there, or was I imagining things? I know that like a majority of the characters in Golden Wind are named after food. Like for example, there's Bruno Bucciarati, there's Giorno Giovanna. Okay, maybe not Giorno, but Narancia was one. Shoot, I'm trying to remember who else. There we go. You set that to on, medium. Use olive oil. Diced bacon. We're gonna mix that up nice and good so it's nicely cooked. I think I just had some chips earlier. Or, I think. Rather, it's just like, you know. Alright, so we need to take our onion. Gonna cook it up nice and good. Mix it around. Set that to low. We're gonna wait for those onions. Medium, we need a burrito rice. We need to mix that up nice and good. Then we need saffron. What else do we need? We need white wine. And then we're gonna mix it up again. We need vegetable stock too. There we go. And we need to cook it for a few minutes. Sorry, mate. Oh, wait, I'm starting to get a little bit congested. I'll be fine though. Alright, peas. We got chopped garlic, salt, and then we need pepper. Mix that up nice and good. You gotta cook it for a few minutes. Parmesan cheese and butter. Keep mixing. Mmm. Mmm. You have to let it cool for 3 minutes. And then we're gonna scoop it up onto a plate. Put Parmesan cheese on top and parsley. And there you go. You got your risotto. I think I need to look this up again and make sure I wasn't fooled with myself. Yes, there was. There was a character named Risotto. It was the stand user that uses, oh shit, I'm gonna remember. Metallica. They use Metallica. Anyways, we got a score of 4,630 with 5 stars. That's pretty good. Ow, my cornea. Anyways. We have salsa chicken rice casserole. I have never heard of what this is, but I assume it's what I think it is. We need rice. We need a bowl. So we're gonna put that on high. Put water in there. We're using a brita. Set that to low. Alright, turn that off. We're gonna take our rice and put it in the bowl. Sorry, I'm thirsty. A little bit too thirsty, actually. And also suffering from congestion. So I pardon that, everyone. Alright, we need to cook our chicken. You gotta make sure they're cooked nicely. There we go. Put our chicken down there. Gotta let them cool. Alright, then we need a chopping board. Or cutting board, actually. Onion. I'm gonna cut this up nice and good. Yeah, up. There we go. Onions. We need cutting board, we need this, we need chicken, and then we need a bowl, which is where we're gonna put our chicken in. I noticed this with some old Flash games, like when they try to cut up things, it's often the same PNG, but it's just like spliced up like a puzzle. There you go. Keep cutting that up, and then we need the other one. And there we go. That's good. Now, we need shredded cheese. We need this. Hand blender for some reason in a bowl. We're gonna take our cheese, mix it up. Unless that's the thing from last time where it's sweet. So we have chicken soup and mushroom soup. We have onion. We have a hand blender. Alright, we're gonna do that. Mix it up nice and good. There we go. Is that what salsa chicken rice casserole is? You mix up soup? So we have our salsa, we have our chicken, we have our cheese, and then we have our rice. And then we need a spoon. We are gonna take our rice, flatten out like so, chicken, salsa, and then we're gonna take our cheese and spread it on so. Rice again. And chicken, salsa, and then cheese. There we go. Gonna put that on for 20 minutes. There we go. And then we need a plate and a spoon. We're gonna take some of this. And there you go. You got your salsa chicken rice casserole. You got 4 stars with a score of 6,771. That's pretty good. The next one we have here is scones. I actually have some scones right now. My mom has these orange scones that she got from Panera. And usually I don't really like to talk about Panera all that much because I did just find out from a while ago they are ableist when I was trying to hire over there. And I'm like, a lot of people don't even believe me because like I said that now, and you would be shocked. They are ableist. Ugh. Now I'm not trying to cause drama here, but it's like, I mean, when you find out that a company that you used to eat from doesn't like people with disabilities, that's a huge problem in my book. I support people with abilities because I really care about them. I grew up with abilities, keep in mind. And I've also grew up with kids with even worse abilities. For example, I've seen kids that have like, what's it called? Seizures. They had seizures and they were like in a chair, an electric chair to be specific, and it's so bad where they can't eat, and they have to rely on a feeding tube and also someone to help them. Which is honestly, I will say it's a sad experience. Like just witnessing these poor kids who aren't grown properly to be experiencing something like that. What do we need here? We need flour. Sorry, I was like too busy talking about stuff to where it's like rolling pin, cooking brush. We need a spoon, and then we need a tray or baking sheet. Actually, I'm willing to bet there are probably some more. There are some foundations out there that do support kids with disabilities. Like, and I'm more so just meaning like, I'm meaning like actual like research facilities, restaurants. Like, I know there's one that like that a person with Down syndrome made over here. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a food truck. Anyways, kudos to them. We need jam, we need clotted cream, and then we need serving plate with spoon and a knife. So we are gonna take some of our scones. We are gonna cut up one of them. Take jam, boop, and boop, and a little bit of cream on top of these two. And there you go. You got your scones. We got 5 stars with a score of 4,500. That's pretty cool. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!